Hi folks, welcome one last time this week to the 8 Regions tournament. We have one more game to show you. Again, it's not a Tyrell game this time because the only one remaining, well, there's two games remaining, but the only one that matters now is in the Martell Lannister match. Zack is playing against Márton Rakovszky and needs to win to get to number 6 for Martell, otherwise it will be a draw. And we know Márton is the star player for Lannister, very tough to beat, great win record and a real specialist. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the players have for us. And joining me once again is Peter, the Night's Watch Regent. Hello.
Hello. So it is the deciding game for Martell to win and Lannister to draw?
Yes, that should be the case. I wanted to record both of today's game from this pairing because there was also Lemming was playing for Martell at 4-4. He was favorite in his match, and it was so quick that I completely missed it. It was like 15 minutes and it was over. So he did his job, but now Márton for Lannister needs to do his. But Zack is a tough one.
But we see Lannister free companies, which is probably the strongest Lannister deck right now.
Yeah, so that makes complete sense to me. I was surprised by Greyjoy's choice earlier in the decisive game. You don't bring anything weird there, but Lannister, yeah, not calculating at all here, just bringing the strongest possible deck that Márton really knows. I think he was the first player to play this Lannister free companies deck competitively. He won one of the friendly open events a few months ago or last year at some point, and then the whole season with this deck, which was later also played by him and by Leonard Paga at Stalek, and they both made the cut. Leonard, of course, made the final. So it's a strong deck for sure. And
I have
the
a
other
hate
one,
relationship with the deck so much. Like, it is very good and it synergizes so well, but playing against it is so difficult.
and already casted Rock in play, right? Which is the real engine here and can
Both
beat
have
flea bottom.
the important cards in setup, but both are only both are missing gold in setup. Like Martell only has 6 gold for setup, but you have Dawn, so you always want Dawn. You're missing 1 gold in Lannister, but you have Flea Bottom and Castle Rock, and they reduce. So I mean,
Yeah, so we
so
have
not the worst
Dark
cards.
Wings, Dark Words, which is an agenda I really like. I played it in the decisive game against Greyjoy as Tyrell. I thought it was strong. Tyrell can play it really well because there's lots of events that are just action or always pretty much can be used in challenges phase so that they replace themselves. And I have no experience with Martell. I know there are quite a few actually low cost events that can be played in the same way to let the agenda draw pretty
Martell
quickly.
has a lot of good events though. Like probably the best events, except the 0 cost save event from Greyjoy, I assume. But otherwise, I think they are the faction with the best events in the game. Maybe a bit expensive, some of them, but canceling a plot, for example, is like high value. But we know each event is only once in, so you will not get 3 times his Viper Eye into your hand and discarding everything you have. So that's
Yeah.
something that can't happen.
So I wonder, we have Sir Archibald Ironwood, who is not a character you see often, and we have Angui. Maybe there is a non-loyal team going on here as well. That would be unusual in Martell. They have so many loyal cards.
If you have Archibald, would you think that there's also, like with losing dominance, that you will also have the Shadow Doran, which maybe actually works very well with the events you have? To put the events in Shadow?
Yeah, but in a 75 card deck, and he needs to be in play for all of that to work. I don't
That's
know.
true.
And against Lannister, okay, Lannister usually doesn't compete for dominance, but you can make them win it, I guess.
I mean, sometimes they just have gold left over and Like sometimes they get too much gold for their own good. So maybe that's happening. Okay. Half-Man Horde. Yes. We don't see Iron Bank. So a lot of the economy is a bit hurt without seeing Iron Bank, I think.
Yeah, so you can dig for it a little bit with the Informer.
Also, you probably
And you can spend it, of
let the
course.
challenges unopposed and just do 2 challenges now and then win the challenges with Brand the Builder and probably search for Iron Bank and Goldmine, I assume. That would be the cards you want the most in Lannister right now.
Yeah, he's letting it go. Any penalty for losing any zero-cost events anywhere? Probably not.
Probably not in Martell, not if you win. I just assume there will be Viper's Eyes. With 0 gold in hand and yeah.
So
You
there
can
is
dig with
also
Dawn a
Flea
bit.
Bottom, which works, I think, right? With Informer. You draw and then you discard. You can discard the Hound, get him in for free if you like. So that's already turned on.
Yeah, okay, there we have the Iron Bank.
Is it
Yeah, I
going to be
assume you
discarded?
will.
No.
You can do the eye challenge first, I think.
I was waiting for his Viper Eyes on the military. Didn't happen. Well, it's there's still 63 cards in the deck, so might not happen for a while. Although Dorn, of course, also. So it's assaulted here. And Intrigue, yeah, so might not be drawing anything.
You would have his Viper's Eye, you have the Burning Sand, where you don't get claim on the challenge for 0 cost, and you could cancel the Cersei's Informant with the 0 cost cancel event if the opponent doesn't pay 1. I don't know if you have other 0 cost events that you could play in this situation. And you get Goldmine.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that all went pretty well, really, for Lannister. Doran's game. Somehow I think that maybe it would have been a problem to trigger it in this game. And since there is only one copy, you're not really building your deck for that trigger anyway. So it might not be so strong.
Yeah,
in
but if you
Intrigue.
can get it, it would. Do you think there is the plot where you can play your events from discard pile? With Dark Wings, Dark Worlds, shouldn't you always play that plot?
Yeah, always. I think so. And
So
at the moment, not restricted, so doesn't conflict with any. Oh, actually, for Martell, is there some kind of pod?
there is it is restricted with the card draw, with the secret schemes.
Okay, but I would take Annals. I think it's so good and draws more than Secret Schemes if you replay events.
Yeah. Like, because now Doran's game, if you have that event, Doran's game is in a safe spot. Like, you can now choose when you play it if you have the board for it. Okay. We see that gold mines get discarded after you searched for it.
Maybe Kevin coming in. And Cersei discarded as well.
Oh, the big Cersei.
And Zack goes first. He doesn't have an attachment for the Smith, no matter. I wonder why he's going first here.
Where's the Smith? I mean, maybe he can play now one. Maybe it's the ambush blade. The venomous blade. Okay. Burning the Dead.
That draws 2, because it has a draw on its own, and then for the agenda as well.
So that was just a 1 gold draw 2 cards.
Yeah. I didn't play this one in my deck, even though it was against Greyjoy, but there's at least half a chance that you face Drowned God. It's very useful,
There's
but
the blade.
it hurts me a little bit with the ambush guys that are non-unique. So the Informer will die, but it's not. Doesn't seem like it's a big deal because we have Light Summer Fist and more stuff coming in.
No, I think he wants to kneel now Castle Rock or to get the gold on.
To get the gold on what? On the Informer?
Because I think you would kneel with Venomous Blade now. Okay.
Oh, you mean
have,
for the location?
Yeah,
Okay.
you have now an attachment, so you can use the Smith to. What would you kneel? Probably. That's a bit difficult because Flea Bottom is also good, but you kill 3 gold now for Lannister if you kneel Castle Rock. He kneels Flea.
Well, Iron Bank is coming in, we know that, and Castle Rock will immediately put gold on it.
And the Informer too, because like you have no reason now to keep the gold on the Informer. So you... Yeah. Oh! Hello. Okay. Core Tyrion with his strength, all icons and +2 gold.
Well,
I always have to look at the time.
Could do with some characters, really.
You would want at least one more character to soak up the claim. Like, you don't want to use the Tywin Dupe or your army.
Yeah, and then have to play around that Archibald reaction always. And Martell is suspiciously going first here with 2 gold carried into the challenges phase. There is a claim raise event as well. Although it seems like Tywin and the army should be able to defend themselves on the military challenge.
He used the gold on Cersei's Informer to play Tywin and didn't put it on the Iron Bank. Okay. I think the 3 gold you cancelled, you could have cancelled if you nailed Castle Rock would have mattered here.
Yeah, probably the location wouldn't be in the guild hall.
Because guild hall will now just cancel Archibald forever. Oh, no, actually it can't. Okay. Yes, Shadow. And yeah, Bronn with his very nice interrupt to save a lord or lady. And you still haven't nailed your faction card with 3 companies.
Yeah, he had a chance. He spent the Iron Bank gold, so that was the point where he could have done it and then trigger Casterly Rock. Maybe he's going to use Bronn and then refill the gold or put one gold back.
But it looks very good for Lannister for now. Of course, Martell will have a lot of tricks.
Yeah, but this Free
Bronn...
Companies deck really is good in the long game because it sets up the econ and then plays counting coppers at some point.
But you don't care much for the military now because you will just use Tywin, try to save him with Bronn, but you still have the dupe and then put the gold back on Bronn and could save him again. And then you can still do in standing phase, put another gold on Bronn to be prepared for some plots.
Well, he's attacked with both. Now, how much can he raise his strength if he really wants to win it? And is it worth it?
Do you want to win it at all? Like, everything is snelled.
And if it's defended, there's lots of cards. So one for Dorn for every challenge, basically, and his 2-hour reserve as it is. Yeah, this deck draws a lot. This agenda, I should say, draws a lot, and playing the Smith with just the 4 reserve, no maiden opening, and none of the... just the one reserve boost from Dorn. Earlier I played Champions of Westeros, and my opponent played You Win or You Die with 3 reserve. It was very discouraging, although I helped him a little bit with my Kings of Summer.
I think
Swan on
Martell
defense.
will run into a bit of a problem with the Smith plot now. You only have 5 reserve with Dawn, so you're discarding a lot of your hand now.
Surely he has something where he can spend 2 gold. With so many cards to keep it and not do anything would be pretty sad here. And yet more cards. Ambush 3 for Venom's Blade, by the way.
Oh, there's Swipe Eyes, okay. It had to be early.
Well, that's a good one, but Kevin can take it.
And Burning the Sand? So if you're throwing out all of these cards, I think you are digging for some better cards in your hand, right? Like you have to discard half your hand now as the Martell player.
Is there Last of the Giants? No. So it's not going to be spent unless it's here. Yeah, just a waste of gold. Okay, events can go into the discard pile to be replayed. And Lannister Free Company is big on events, really. So it's not going to hugely benefit from annals. Looks like in the meantime we've already got the pairings for round 3. I think that at least wait until all the matches were completed. That's a bit harsh.
Oh, that's... Let's see. What will we play? Lannister Night's Watch. Oof. Till this day I don't know what I'm doing against Red Keep with Night's Watch.
Yeah, and we got Baratheon, who actually... Baratheon started really badly, then beat Stark, but we still don't have a win, so we desperately need to win that, especially since, in my opinion, the strongest teams are Targaryen and Stark here, and those are the matches that will really matter, and you can't go into those matches with dropped points from Baratheon, Nightswatch and Greyjoy. But okay, we've seen some surprises, so I can read you the pairings after this game concludes.
Okay, we have you win or you die for Lannister. They got the initiative, but that was actually how much? Use plots? 6 to 8.
Yeah, so here's that lack of any restricted cards. You have a choice between the plots, and this is played, and it's the Iron Bank will grab some gold in the meantime, and then it's going straight into coppers, I think. It's a really strong interaction, and I think with the next restricted list in October, we see if there's some opinions that Lannister is pretty fair, but I don't know. For me, it's one of the strongest decks.
So what did they get? A dupe on Dawn, Secret Pact, and off to Galtown.
Yeah, Sweet Sleep on Tywin, so can't Secret Pact him.
Yeah. You can Secret Pact the Halfman's Horde.
So now we have the Princess Plan in the discard pile that can be taken back, and the others will have to be used with analysts later. But so much draw. And you can spread it through different phases because there's this, for instance, is burning the dead. That's just an action.
We will see a milk on. I think that was
Yeah, maybe he was trying Braun, but doesn't work, so I think have to take that back.
Braun is such a good card.
I don't think you can even... You can put it on Tywin, I guess, theoretically.
Yeah.
The others have no attachments of some kind. I think most players
Braun would be only half as strong if you wouldn't play in companies.
It's looked like an innocent card, but it's proven to be extremely strong.
I think companies makes a lot of bestow cards go way beyond their limit, what they should actually do.
Yeah, but it did take a while, because that was in the very first pack from the design team in 2020. The Forgotten Heroes, I think, Free Companies Agenda, with a bunch of bestow cards, like Reznak, more Reznak, that looked like they would be doing stuff in Sir Adam Marbrand and stuff like that. And yeah, it took a while really for Lannister Free Companies to come alive, until Casterly Rock, basically. Now we're also seeing...
Yeah, the Casterly Rock helps a lot.
We're seeing Targaryen play this agenda pretty well. Maybe
with
the
Casterly
other factions
Rock,
less so.
You can basically always have Begging Brothers discarded, get them back with Flea Bottom, put 1 gold with 3 companies on them, cancel an effect.
Yeah, it's incredibly strong.
Repeat.
I was thinking, even if you ignore all the bestow, it's okay, it's delayed because it has to be standing for you to spend the gold, but it gives you 3 gold of econ if you want to just pay for stuff. So it's like a 5 for 3, which is slightly worse than the Arbor. That's the absolute worst case scenario if there's no bestow, but there always is. Okay, the board is not very convincing here for Martell. They're winning the draw battle, so chances in the long game, but damage is going to be done in the challenges. We have that Princess Plan still, can be taken back and played, but for the icon, but just
not in the first challenge. So I think you crown first with the Halfman's Horde, right? Like there's nothing that can defend it, and then you get the Intimidate. Oh, yeah. Did he choose to not start? Okay.
Well, yeah, why not just defend?
Also, doesn't Bronn do something different if he saves Tyrion?
He can go back to hand.
Okay, yeah, you don't want that in this scenario. You would want that
Usually,
if you want
yeah,
that in Morghulis, right?
yeah, that's the plan. If he himself would then be killed, or if you're not playing free companies, then you need to get bestow back. But in this deck, he's just here to stay, I think. Was there a free companies trigger last round when we were guessing what was going to go on?
Yes, it was, I think, on the defense on Bronn.
Okay. Oh, because he is, of course, a mercenary. He can take more than
Yeah, he can take more, yeah.
1 gold. Again, this big military challenge. Wonder if he's.
Oh, more gold.
Wonder if
I
he
mean,
has
when do you use it?
something
So
really punishing for this. He's done it twice now, and on the first challenge he didn't take the event from the discard pile. So must
could
have
he not
other
just win
stuff to
with
do.
Bronn alone, no? Like he puts another gold on Bronn and just has 10 strength and defends it?
Yes. Slightly risky, of course, that something could happen, but may as well.
But normally with double claim you would want to do all 3 challenges now. But do you have something in the No, you still don't have something in the discard pile for Flea Bottom.
So we know that secret pact is in hand, but again, doesn't really go on anyone.
Yeah, okay, he
Tyrion, I
puts
guess.
the gold on Bronn and has 10 strength now, so if you don't have a strength boost, which would normally be Princess Plan. But you get Princess Plan back now. I assume you would do that with
Well,
Martell now.
he didn't do it the first time.
Hmm.
I don't know what else he has to spend the gold on, because now Last of the Giants against that guild hall, it seems hopeless.
Also, if you have Vengeance, like even against double claim, you can't really do something in this board.
Gaining gold means that now Lannister will finally win dominance against Archibald. Now he takes it.
Okay.
And
There is
vengeance is
Vengeance,
gone. Yeah,
okay.
he was saving it for the power, I guess. Hoping for military, I'm guessing, but it wasn't going to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad day. Now what do you do with Archibald's trigger? Can be cancelled by the guild hall, so
Can you play something? I mean, I guess you could have Hound with exactly 4 gold. But that would be very lucky to have. The last card you have is Hound.
yeah.
Nope.
So what does he do? Does he spend Braun because he's so huge now? Does he take the dupe? I wouldn't take the dupe. Game looks one if he can maintain a board. Could claim Tyrion and get get Braun back. Okay.
I would always choose Tywin in the case that Bronn gets cancelled.
Yeah, but how do you cancel here? Because there's
I
gold
mean,
to pay for the event.
you still had the 2 gold for Someone Always Tells.
Does that work on character abilities? I think that's events and plots, right?
You could still have... Nah, okay, the gold was paid for if you have the other one. I think it would go on anything.
Okay, in March it will get rid of a decent body, to be fair, but counting coppers and look at
Oh no, it's
the
only
iron
band,
mech.
okay. You would just march Braun, wouldn't you? Then he's in the... Oh, okay. That Braun in the discard pile.
Yeah,
But also the last card in hand was the Hound, actually. So he could have ambushed the Hound and does double military claim and not lose dominance.
yeah, he would have done that though. I think no reason not to.
Yeah, but it was the last card in hand, so I don't know why he didn't. Like, he discarded him with, like, reserve from 0 cards in hand.
Oh, did he? Interesting.
Yes. He had him for sure in hand, yes. Maybe it was... I mean, no, but Elias... Vengeance of Elia was discarded. I don't know why you wouldn't. Because you still get him back if you win and then discard him anyway if you want him for King's Landing, so there was no reason not to.
It would spend him the gold, so I guess that he caused the thinking could then cancel the return to hand. Not great. Morghulis didn't
But
look
then
dangerous.
You don't lose that and you don't win dominance and kill
Yeah.
the character. Okay, we have Shagwell. That's normally not in the deck.
Yeah, so let's see. When he gets gold, he will gain the Q. Oh, okay, he can gain anyone's keywords really because of Castle Rock.
I mean, yes, you put it on Tywin, Halfman Horde, and... Nah, Stealth is gone from Tyrion, but...
Tywin is milked at the moment, so...
Yeah, but Tywin has Sweet Sleep, so the milk doesn't work.
Oh, sorry, yeah, so he does have renown.
Maybe you don't want no... I mean, is Assault and Intimidate good on a 2 cost 2 strength character?
Well, it doesn't hurt, so...
Mm.
So what did he choose? Seized, okay, he has to choose that. Shagwell himself. And Castle Rock. Why would you need the location?
There's not a question if milk is working. Should he have got... No, he should have... He should have 6 gold.
Yeah. So sometimes when the milk is marshaled after Sweet Sleep, it overrides it. And
but then there's also... Then there's also 1 renown missing on Tywin, right?
Yes, I think so. So he should collect more gold now.
He should get 2 gold, and I will look up if Tywin got... Precious Face... I don't know if he attacked with Tywin last round. I can't see that. That was Bronn? No, he eyed with... He did the eye challenge with Tywin, I think. Yeah, also he did the eye challenge with Tywin, and Tywin was on 6 strength, but he had 4 gold left. So Tywin should have been on 10 strength, so he's also missing 1 renown.
Yeah, and he was missing the strength last round as well.
Yeah, he missed everything, yeah.
So he could
have...
And
but they fixed it now, because he got 2 gold, and he was also... Yeah, okay, they noticed that.
Yeah, he had 10, so he also could have just defended against that 9 strength military. Because there was 4 gold. Actually, 4 gold was after Tyrion's trigger. Not sure exactly what the order was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Venomous
is that
Blade
going
on.
Shagwell now?
Yeah, I mean, you cancel it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Red keep.
just in time. Shagwell and can Braun. Also, Braun can also take it, right? Yeah. To go back to the caster rock trigger, so he chose the location itself to gain 1 gold. What's the reason for that? Does he need it for the plot phase to have it on a Lannister card? But it would have been okay on Tywin as well. Just because if it's standing in the plot phase, you can spend gold for red keep triggers from Lannister cards. So Bronn you can't because you need him for other stuff, and then you need one on the Lannister card. Also, so Iron Throne won't let you put it on the faction card, but that is also considered to be a Lannister card, so you can always put it on that.
You could put it on the faction card?
Yes, so that's not entirely clear in the rules, but we did discuss it, and it seems like it is a Lannister card that is in play. It's not a neutral card. It would be weird for House Lannister to be a neutral card and not a Lannister card.
I just know that there's one very interesting combination in Melee with a Baratheon card where you put 2 powers on a card in play, and you can put it on the Melee titles, and then the power is gone.
Yeah, you can put them on plots also. The Melee titles is quite interesting.
Baratheon just winning the power game in every scenario.
So now there is no power to steal, which slows down Lannister a little bit. And Renown at the moment, Shagwell doesn't have it because Tywin doesn't have gold. And look, Shagwell attacking, so if Huffman's Horde had...
Would have, yeah.
Although no attachments, well, so what, doesn't hurt you.
I mean, you still can use Sir Harris now as a surprise. Like, he has it as an action, so if you know the defenders, you can now move it on Halfman's Horde or Tywin.
Yeah, that sounds like an excellent plan.
I assume you just do it on both now, on Tywin and Halfman's Horde, if you don't have anything to play for 3 gold.
Yeah, he is limited twice per round, so he can just do it. That's pretty nice.
Oh, he also does it now, yeah.
So this is another card that came out in Forgotten Heroes, if I remember correctly, and took a long time for it to see any play. I think Hannes, when he won what did he win? One of the nationals, Norwegian or Canadian or something. He played Martell Lion deck, I think, with all of the bestow stuff, which used Harris for the first time really in any serious deck.
Okay, he just
Zack has nothing else. Well, could have
you
tried to
get
prolong it. Yeah. Maybe try Annals or something, but all you can do is draw 10 more cards, but how are you winning on the board is the question, and doesn't seem possible.
Like, you also can't clear it. Like, if you have Morgulis, what dies Morgulis? You can even save Sir Harris, Tywin.
Yeah, Valerion is annoying, but he can't remove gold as fast as Lannister can put it back, fortunately.
But yeah, we have probably, though, the best Lannister deck played right now.
Yeah, and by one of the best players that plays Lannister, so tough prospect. I called it yesterday that Martell has their star player and Lannister has their star player, and it could go 5-5, and so it proved in the end.
So we do have now 2 draws overall, right?
Yes, 2 draws. This one and the Night's Watch Tyrell game we can show you on the Jousting Pavilion. So this is 5-5. The one we just saw, Martell game, is also 5-5, so here is a loss for Martell. And Stark lost. It's currently actually this one is still to be played. Argento plays last, maybe it's already in progress. Yeah. So that could be at best 6-4 for in favor of Baratheon. If Argento wins, he is expected to win since he is a ridiculously good player, but you never know. Doesn't matter now, so I guess some bad agendas might be played in that one. And
Yeah, the smugglers I think hurt Stark a lot. Just
yeah, we saw that this round. Completely surprising strategy from Baratheon and a convincing victory, which I don't think anyone saw coming. And Greyjoy didn't manage to win the last one, so they lost it against Reinhardt, which means it's 6-4 for Targaryen. And I believe that means Targaryen is the only team now with 2 wins after
with
2
2
rounds.
wins, yes. Now Targaryen has to play with Stark.
And they play Stark, yes, so I can read you the pairings that were just done. You can also watch the quick few-minute video that Zini did with that, where he drew the pairings. It's Targaryen against Stark, so that could be an early match that decides the tournament winner potentially, because those are 2 of the favorite teams. Baratheon against Tyrell, Greyjoy against Martell, very close again could be, and Lannister against Night's Watch. Lannister
I'm so scared.
has a win and a draw, and yeah, they will be tough to crack. I did not consider them to be among the favorites, but their team is very strong. They have a couple of creative deck builders in there, and a few loyalists that play this particular faction better than just some random person with the same win rate would play it. So they are tough and serious contenders. So I hope you you beat them or get a draw of them at least.
Oh, I will try my best. We will try our best. Yeah, I think we are missing Lucas though this week.
That's harsh. That's going to be tough. But oh, are the pairings known yet? No. Okay, so they'll be announced shortly. Not sure who Lannister is missing, but yeah, they have a strong team regardless.
Okay, I will have to go. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining. I will just let you know, so as the last thing, that next week I am away all weekend at the Hungarian Nationals, so presumably the decisive games will be played over the weekend and I have no way to record them, so hopefully someone else will step in, either from our opponents or from... I know Richard is recording, so that could be good news for us, or from our own team. Hope they get recorded, but they won't be on my channel. I'll just show you everything that is played in the weekdays. Yeah, so thanks for being with us this week for the 8 Regents tournament, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.